Until a few months ago, as the senator from Arizona pointed out, no one had any idea that the Citizens United case could potentially become the vehicle for such a wholesale uprooting of the principles that have governed the financing of our elections for so long. The case started out as a simple challenge to the application of Title II of the law that Senator McCain and I sponsored, the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act of 2002. The issue was whether the provisions of BICRA relating to so-called issue ads could constitutionally be applied to a full-length feature film about then-presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. The movie was to be distributed solely as video on demand. Yet somehow at the end of this term, last term, instead of deciding the case on the basis of the briefs and arguments submitted by the parties early this year, the court reached out and asked for supplemental briefing on whether it should overturn its decisions in McConnell versus FEC, the case that upheld BICRA in 2003, and Austin versus Michigan Chamber of Commerce, a 1991 decision that upheld a state statute prohibiting corporate funding of campaign ads, expressly advocating the election or defeat of a candidate.
United versus the FEC was a 2010 Supreme Court case that overturned the provisions of the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act, which had restricted financing of campaigns. The court ruled that corporations could be considered as people, and thus not allowing them to air their campaigns violated First Amendment rights. This ruling created super PACs, groups who can collect unlimited sums of money from individuals, labor unions, and corporations for independent spending. Now, groups called 501c4s have emerged as issue groups, supposedly dedicated to informing the viewer on civil rights issues. However, these groups may remain anonymous and thus may say whatever they want, as long as they avoid magic words that say they directly support candidates. This information can be falsified as it is not fact-checked.
Oh, I didn't see you there, but boy do I have something to tell you. Citizens United has changed elections so that the candidate with the most monetary support has the highest chance of winning. Because this could cause politicians to owe favors, corruption could occur. With the ability for donators to donate without releasing their name, corporations have been able to donate millions without fear of repercussions. This is evidenced by the fact that $375 million was spent on the 2012 election. The only way to make election spending fair, again, is to change the spending policy.
So how do we limit this corruption? Make campaigns fair again? We have a proposal, an amendment to the Constitution. This amendment would limit campaign financing to $500,000 per individual and $1 million per corporation. Any money donated would be taxable up to 5% and would go towards important assets. One of these assets would include a new area in Congress that include fact checkers to ensure no false information is put out. Others would include education, food stamps, and other critical programs. Every contribution must be publicized, including contributions to 501c4s. help make America a better place.
Support Amendment 28.
Limit campaign spending.